Good morning students. So today we are going to start the fifth part of lesson number 3, Nature of Matter. Now we will study about liquids and the properties of liquids. To focus on, this is the molecular structure of liquid. So you can see there is a lot of gap between the two molecules. So that makes the difference between the properties of solid and the properties of liquid. Why? Because the gap is more. As a result, the force will be less. Now let's see about the different properties of liquid. Now observe here. What you can see, there is water in each of these glasses and containers, but the shape of the water, if you will see, is different everywhere. That means liquids do not have a fixed shape. But if we look on closely or measure the volume of the water, so that will be fixed. And if you observe here, the liquid is taking the shape of the container in which it is put in. Second property is liquids cannot be compressed. So let's see this property of liquid with the help of this very small experiment. See, now this bottle is filled with liquid. So what I am doing, I am pressing it, but it is getting pressed but not completely. So liquids are compressible, slightly compressible. See, the third property says liquids have a tendency to flow. Now let's see this one again with the help of these containers. So see, here the container has some water. What will happen if I put this? See, it is flowing. So liquid always flows from a higher level to a lower level. It is not coming back in the beaker, but it is flowing from the beaker to the glass, which is at the low level. So liquid always flows. Next property of liquid says two liquids can diffuse. Now see, this is I think Ujala, your mama is using every day. So what happens when your mama puts in some drops? You can see. Can you see? See? The color is mixing. Let's wait for some more time. What will happen? You can see it is diffusing out slowly. Means the color of the water in the beaker is changing. And after some time you can see that the color of the water and the color which we got from this liquid blue, both have intermixed. So this proves that liquids can diffuse. See, now the whole water changed into bluish color. So we came to the conclusion that liquids diffuse. Now let's see the properties of gases. Now let's see the properties of gases. So you can see the arrangement of particles in gases. So the particles are very far away. So that means their intermolecular gap or intermolecular space between the particles is very high. So the force or intermolecular force of attraction will be very less. So first property says gases neither have a fixed shape or volume. So let's see this property. Since the gases do not have any shape, so when we blow a balloon, the air takes the shape of the balloon. The second property says that gases flow in all directions. So if you see closely, this hot air balloons, here the air is being filled up in this balloons. Can you see? The balloons are being inflated from all directions. Or when we blow the balloon, then the balloon gets the air spreads equally in all directions. As a result, not a certain part but the whole balloon gets inflated up. Okay? See the rising smoke of the incense stick. So gases can diffuse. They are highly diffusible, the third property says. So you can see them diffusing. And the second property, it also shows that it flows in all directions. That is why when we smell the burning of incense stick at the moment or after a very few time when somebody lights it. Okay, so these are the properties of gases. The last property of gases says once more, an empty bottle is filled with air. So what happens when we squeeze the bottle? So see, it can be squeezed easily. What it shows? So we can conclude that all gases can be highly compressed and are least rigid. So now you can write the properties. How are molecules arranged in solids, liquids and gases? Then write the properties of liquids and the properties of gases. And the third and the last question you will do in classwork is why gases can be compressed easily. So these are the three questions you need to do in the classwork.